Hey guys, so the last time I gave you an update, I just turned in my DS11 form with my passport explanatory statement, and it has gotten in. Um, I went to passportstatus.state.gov, and it said that the Department of State had received my application for my passport book on 02 February 3rd of 2023. February 3rd of 2023. So I believe I sent it in on, let me check here. Well, the last time I posted this video. So if you go back to the last video, you'll see that that's how much time it's been um, until they had gotten put my information into the system. So everything's been going great. It's been really wonderful. Unfortunately, I thought it was going to be faster. The expedited. I paid the expedited cost. Um, it wasn't 2 to 3 weeks like they said it was going to be. It's the day that they get it plus 5 to 7 weeks. So if I was you, maybe not pay the expedited cost, just because you're not going to get it as fast as you think you're going to do, and you're just going to lose money on it. But check within, do what you feel like you need to do. So I got a today, and it seems like I don't know, 24 days after they received my application and are reviewing the application. Again, 24 days after I got this letter in the mail. Should get a little business. I got this letter in the mail, okay? And so this is a letter from the State Department. Basically, letter from the State Department. Basically, I'll read it to you. It says, "Dear Mr. Garrett, thank you for your recent passport application. It appears from the facts of your birth and the documents you submitted that you are a United States citizen, excuse me, a U.S. citizen and entitled to a U.S. passport," which is true. I am a citizen of the United States. I'm just not a 14th Amendment citizen. I'm not a federal citizen. I'm a state citizen. And of course, the passport explanatory statement that I sent in with it says all of this. In accordance with the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States. Again, define your terms as defined here. United States means the federal territories, the 10 square miles within Washington D.C. and its territories and the jurisdiction of D.C. As supreme law of the land, it cannot be waived by unilateral declaration except as otherwise provided by law. The statutes applicable to the United States passports provide that you may be issued a U.S. passport showing that you are a U.S. citizen. We are not in a position to respond to or enter into dialogue concerning any views which disagree with the Constitution or the citizenship laws of the United States as interpreted by the courts. Therefore, please advise this office in writing if you wish a U.S. passport to be issued to you at this time. It will show that you are a U.S. citizen. Because we have no authority to issue a passport showing you as anything other than a U.S. citizen. It's because I am a U.S. citizen, a state citizen. Your application will be denied unless we receive a response from you within 90 days. And then, customer service department. For more information, go to travel.state.gov. So I got this today, and again, that's what they put. So from what I understand, I'm going to respond to this, and my response will be something to the effect of um, what I've been what I've been hearing in the class that I took with Destination Freedom. And it will say something to the effect of this letter, as with all my communication to the passport agency of the United States Department of State, will remain a part of my original application to obtain my United States of America passport, book, and card. And with this notice, you are advised to issue a United States of America passport, book, and card at this time. And again, I would point out here that everything I provided under penalty of perjury. And if I were to file my passport in any other way, I would actually be perjuring myself. And you kind of put them on the defense. All of my explanatory statements are remain with my application for it to be true and correct under penalty of perjury, and et cetera, et cetera. So that is kind of the where we're going with this right now. This is exactly 100% a part of the process. They're going to issue this to kind of try and shake you, but obviously we know what was going to happen because we took the class at Destination Freedom, the org. So that is where I'm at right now. My passport is loaded up. I have a application status. It is in process. I have an application locator number. I do have to respond back to them. The response should be pretty easy. And I will need to probably go and get it go notarized also. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So that's how we're gonna do it. And thank you so much for watching. Yeah, it's been amazing. I guess the only thing I can say now is that I'm convicted of really only two things with regards to the movement and sovereignty. In the first thing is as far as the effort and energy I'm willing to put out towards it is that the passport, that I am not a federal citizen, that I am a state citizen, and secondly, that federal citizens are those people who do pay taxes. I'm not a federal citizen, so the idea of being tax exempt we are in the process of doing that too. So, in light of all this, much appreciated, all the love and the comments and support. If you guys are seeing this and you guys are looking back at my old videos with regards to status correction, I am not on that wave right now. I do not have the energy to put into that currently. I'm doing something different. And again, my convictions are get my passport, and that is like the most important thing for me to do right now. So if you're asking questions or if you're seeing my other videos about how to become a state national or anything else like that, it is not something that I'm focusing on. It's not something I have information on. It's not something I am doing right now. So all that to be said, maybe I hope to get back on here and communicate a little bit more what's going on. But for the most part, this is about it. I've been reading a lot, studying, meditating, and watching the wave of energy come in and seeing people, I guess, wake up to certain truths and realities about themselves, about the nature, objective nature, reality, the oneness of everything, the universal consciousness, and really recognizing that they do create their reality, that they are, we are all a part of the same whole divine mind. And I've been learning the Hermetic principles. I've been learning the universal laws, and it's been amazing. It's really, really been cool. So it's been a great journey. I really appreciate all the love and support, and I hope that whatever I'm doing is of help and service to you guys, to encourage you to step into your own freedom. I read or listened to an audiobook recently called The End of All Evil. I would encourage you to check that book out if you're interested in this kind of thing. It is information that works within polarity, and that's okay. But there's always higher ways. There's always a higher way, and oneness is always a higher way. Duality is division, and It's a little bit lower tier, but as we move up, as we get our vibrations up, we can take in more information, more truth, more understanding, I guess it would be. And yeah, I think it's a pretty beautiful thing. I'm also reading this book here. It's called A New Paradigm of Reality? Question mark. And it's by these two authors. This book has been amazing. They have actually two books. One called A New Paradigm of Reality, and another one called Spiritualizing Humanity. It is, if you like transcendent knowledge, science, and rational knowledge, you're going to want to check out these books. The whole kind of premise of the book is essentially understanding spiritual truths, understanding the new paradigm of science, how science relates to how the new science is actually bringing us more information that we didn't know before, and how it's affecting our society, how it's affecting our opinions of ourselves, about others, about God. I'll show you guys a couple of these old paradigms versus the new paradigms. So, well, firstly, from these new scientific theories, this book proposes that we live in a universe that has its own intelligence, logos, self-regulation, and creativity. Consciousness precedes the brain. So the consciousness isn't in the brain, it actually precedes the brain. Consciousness created life and then created the brain itself. Consciousness is primary in the world. Matter is secondary. Many people have believed that what we see, what we feel, what we taste, what we touch, that is real. Come to find out, it's not. It's just an illusion. Just an illusion, a projection of the mind. And that ties into the holographic universe and the holographic theory. Evolution is conscious and therefore creative. It does not work randomly. So there is a reason, a purpose in the evolution of the species and in the evolution of nature. What science finds at the origin of creation is a pure field of consciousness. That pure field of consciousness, also called the universal field, universal energy field, also called the akasha, also called the ether, also called, consciousness just in itself. Pure consciousness is the source of all qualities that are manifested in the universe. These discoveries made by today's scientists and thinkers undermine the ideas that previous generations were brought up with. Here's what we grew up with and other previous generations. The Newtonian view of the primacy of physical mechanical universe, that the physical universe is what matters and it is everything. The belief that genetics control biology. Turns out, not true. According to the biology belief, there is a different view on how genetics work. The idea that evolution is driven or led by the struggle or for the survival of the fittest. Not quite. The belief that evolution is the result of some random genetic mutations. New science is finding that is not the case. So the old paradigm says that we are disconnected from our primary source and that everything that does exist, does so outside of space and time. And if that's one of your beliefs, I mean, a lot of religious beliefs, particularly Christianity, has this belief right in its central doctrine, which is that you have been separated from God. Well, that's the old paradigm. That's what science tells us. That's what they understood. That's what they knew. That's where consciousness was at that time. Yeah. So their gospel, your truth, your understanding is going to be in line with that. The world is made up of visible matter and invisible energy. Again, reality is whatever can be perceived via the senses or their extensions. Mind and matter are separate substances and different from each other. The physical body is a machine that has somehow learned to think. Humans are distinct entities with bodily limits. Our Our needs are separate from the needs of other living organisms. The thinking mind is located in the brain and in the nervous system. We exist in an objective universe. All of these things, old paradigm, can be challenged, have been challenged by new science. The new paradigm, we are fully connected to one source and with other living beings. The world is made up of energy fields and information that manifests themselves through the infinite diversity of the universe. Solid objects are not solid at all, nor are they separated from each other in space time. Mind and matter are essentially the same. Consciousness creates the mind and the body so that mind can express itself. This goes on and on. We live in a local universe. Nothing can be confined to a single point, space, and time. Now, um, all this to be said, this is very interesting information. Whether you understand it, whether you are interested, whether you're not interested, the new paradigm of reality, how reality works, is it's shifting. Everything is shifting. We're coming to a new understanding of ourselves, and that's just the way it is. We can stay in our own mindset, our old mindset, conditioned by the past, conditioned by our dogma, conditioned by our creeds, conditioned by our experiences, and by identifying with the egoic mind, which is, the mind that the false self, or we can let go of presumption and assumption of the egoic mind. We can challenge our own positions about how things actually work and what we were actually taught. We can recognize that everything that we do believe or have believed is most of what we believe, we were not given the choice to believe. It was just given to us. It was put upon us to believe. So as you arise, as you awaken, as you awareness within you arises, you will be able to now consciously and with the right heart and right intent challenge these beliefs that you have. And if they don't line up with your reality, if they don't line up with towards your highest good, your peace, happiness, serenity, well-being, etc., then let it go. Let go and let God. So, anyways, all that to be said, much love to you guys. Beginning of this was a little bit more on the sovereign side. The end of this was more on the metaphysical side. Hopefully, your taste buds were hopefully you guys got what you needed. And if you didn't, you can comment below and let me know. Much love, guys.